this is an example of the same theme played by glockenspiel in a music box, and it is over the top of long harmonic strings, and it brings an otherworldly or kind of an ethereal feel to the theme, which is going to radically change two different times here in just a moment. But this is what the introduction of this theme in the fourth movement sounds like. So you can hear it starting up. That's a more ethereal variation on this one particular theme. Again, it's a theme that runs throughout the entire composition, that keeps reinventing itself every time that you hear it next. Another of my favorite voicing techniques are with French horns, trombones, bass trombones, and again bassoons, because I always need more bassoon. And this gives a more of a like feeling that you're in a hunt, or you're pursuing something, or you're cresting a mountain, or that you're just doing something regal, noble, and magnificent. So from that music box, it transforms the same line into a lot of English horns and trombones. That gives it a just a very, very big sound. It's not something that you want to do all the time, but during certain types of textural moments, it makes a lot of sense to consolidate drama onto your horns section, and have the strings and the woodwinds play a supporting role. There are strings and woodwinds playing behind that. In fact, a lot of the background are harmonic strings from the Spitfire Frozen Strings library, which I highly recommend that anyone get. It's free and it's fantastic. So they play a supporting role, but it's really driven by those alto and tenor horns that are playing right down the middle. They're not bass, they're not soprano, they're just right down the middle, and that gets what gets a lot of people's heart pumping, and gets their eyes raising up to something magnificent. The second to last time that this theme is introduced, it's not on wind or string instruments at all. It's in percussion, and the theme is actually played by timpani. It can be a little bit difficult to pick out, but it is playing the same bones and structure of the theme on a timpani and bass drum. So that sounds like this. That's one of the most wonderful things about voicing and instrumentation, is when you have a great theme, it can be expressed in so many different ways. A lot of people may not notice that the timpani and bass drum are playing the main theme from the entire suite, but it's right there, and when you point it out, it's obvious. And the very last bit is a callback to the first iteration of this theme from the first movement, and it brings the entire suite and the end of the fourth movement to a close, played on simply just the harp after the percussion is largely finished. So that sounds like this. Which finishes the piece out. On the first variation of this theme that was established about 10 minutes earlier. So this is all going to show that using instrumentation, voicing of instruments, even when they are of the similar sort of notes that are handed back and forth between sections, can make a really big textural and musical impact on the piece that you're working on. And you can evoke so many emotions just based on the register and the tonalities and textures that you choose when voicing pieces for symphonic and cinematic music. So, thanks.